The ugly math of lottery dreams. Why you are already the jackpot.
They say the lottery is a harmless game, a little fun, a spark of hope in a hopeless world. But behind the neon signs and smiling winners lies a system built to keep you poor, obedient, and dreaming small. While you wait for your lucky numbers, someone else is using your belief to build their fortune. In this video, we'll rip the mask off the lottery illusion and show you the truth. You are already the jackpot, but the system does everything it can to make sure you never realize it. This is not about winning. This is about escaping. Escaping a game rigged against you and building one where you always win.
Hope is not a strategy. But it sure is expensive.
Let us be honest. Everyone has had that fantasy. You walk into a store, buy a lottery ticket for a couple of bucks, and boom, instant millionaire. No more bills, no more bosses, just a beach, a cocktail, and complete freedom. Sounds magical, right? But here is the cold truth. The lottery is not a dream. It's a business, and you are the customer. Worse, you are the customer that keeps buying a product that almost never works. Let us break it down. A single lottery ticket costs on average $2. That seems harmless. But here's what actually happens. You buy one ticket. Nothing. You think maybe next time, you buy more. Start dreaming in numbers. Years pass. Win nothing. Meanwhile, the lottery made billions from people just like you. That $2 habit quickly turns into thousands over a lifetime. But the real cost, it is not the money. It is the mental trap. Let us call the lottery what it really is. A tax on hope. Preys on those who feel stuck, frustrated, or forgotten by the financial system. It whispers, this is your only chance. It convinces you to wait on a miracle instead of building your own future. And here's the kicker. While you wait for the lucky numbers, you do nothing to improve your financial situation. That is the real damage. It is not just money lost. It is time, focus, and belief in yourself. Imagine someone told you to cross a highway blindfolded because there is a treasure chest on the other side. Sounds insane, right? But that is exactly what playing the lottery is like. The odds of winning Powerball? 1 in 292 million. You're more likely to be struck by lightning or be attacked by a shark or date a celebrity. And yet every week, millions play. Why? Because the lottery sells a shortcut to happiness. But shortcuts usually lead straight into ditches. At least when you walk into a casino, you know the house has the edge. But the lottery, it wraps itself in the language of hope, education, funding, and fun. It feels safe, even noble. Do not be fooled. The lottery is not designed for winners. It is designed for revenue. In fact, most state lotteries are legally required to maximize profits, not create millionaires. Your loss is their business model. Let's be clear, hope is not the enemy. Blind hope is. Real financial freedom comes from small, consistent actions, not scratching cardboard in the gas station parking lot. Here is what hope should look like. Starting a savings habit, even if it is just $10 a week. Learning one new thing about money every month. Creating a budget that respects your goals. Investing in your skills and future. These are not sexy. They do not come with glittering jackpot signs. But they work. Every single time. Let us say you spend $20 a month on lottery tickets. Over 10 years, that is $2,400. Now, invest that in a simple index fund with a 7% return, and suddenly that becomes $3,500 just for doing nothing. Now imagine if you saved $100 a month, or $200. The results are life-changing. The difference? You control it. You are not waiting on luck. You are building wealth like a grown-up. This is not a motivational poster. This is math. The most powerful asset in your life is your ability to think long-term, manage your money, and create opportunities. The lottery sells you the idea that wealth is about luck, but real wealth is about ownership. Ownership of your time. Ownership of your decisions. Ownership of your future. Stop chasing numbers that do not care about you. Start betting on the one thing that actually works, yourself. Hope should lift you, not leave you broke. The next time you reach for a lottery ticket, ask yourself, is this helping me build the life I want, or just distracting me from building it? You are not unlucky. You are just being sold a fantasy. And the real dream? That starts when you stop chasing jackpots and start becoming one.
The math is ugly. and it hates you personally.
Here's something most people never do when it comes to the lottery. The math. Because if they did, they would drop that ticket like a hot potato and run straight to a retirement account. The numbers are not just bad, they are insulting. In fact, the lottery is one of the only games where you lose by design. The people who made it are laughing all the way to the bank with your money. The odds are not against you. They are laughing at you. Let us start with the basics. The odds of winning the Powerball jackpot are 1 in 292,201,338. That is not just unlikely, it is statistically ridiculous. Here's what has better odds than winning the lottery. Being struck by lightning, 1 in 15,000. Becoming a movie star, 1 in 1.5 million. Bowling a perfect 300, 1 in 11,500. Being killed by an asteroid, 1 in 74 million. So why do so many people keep playing? Because the lottery markets dreams, not data. The commercials show yachts, champagne, and big checks. Never the broke single mom spending her last $5 at a gas station? In a casino, at least you know the odds are stacked. Blackjack gives you around a 49% chance of winning a hand. Even a slot machine might give you 85% to 90% of your money back over time. But the lottery, return on investment, less than 50%. Meaning for every dollar spent, you get about 50 cents back. And yet it is advertised as your big break. Imagine an investment advisor saying, "Give me your money. I will lose half of it, slowly, forever." Wow. But one day, maybe you will become rich. You would walk out immediately. But when the lottery says it, people line up around the block. Here is where it gets darker. The lottery is not just bad math. It is intentionally addictive. Bright colors, big numbers, second chance drawings, fast results. These are not random. They're based on the same psychological tricks used in casinos and mobile games. Your brain gets hooked on the possibility, not the probability. Every near miss, every ticket that gets so close, lights up your brain like you just won something. But you did not. You lost. Again. And the system knows this. It was built for it. Here is the most brutal part of the math. It targets those who can least afford to lose. Studies show that low-income households spend a much larger percentage of their income on lottery tickets. People making under $30,000 a year spend 4 times more on tickets than those making over $75,000. In some communities, it is as much as 10% of monthly income. Let that sink in. The people who need financial security the most are the ones bleeding out slowly. $2 at a time while the state pockets the profit. And we call that fun. The government is the dealer, and you are the product. This is not some underground scam. The lottery is government-run. It is legal. It is promoted. It is sold as a way to support education. But let us look at where the money really goes. A portion goes to prizes. Yes, some people win. A larger portion goes to administration, marketing, and commissions. The rest, straight into state budgets. In most states, less than 30% of lottery revenue actually makes it to education. The rest, bureaucracy, salaries, and keeping the lottery machine humming. Meanwhile, millions are hooked, not just on a game, but on a financial illusion, in the real crime. It feels harmless. The lottery does not look like a financial trap. It is not a payday loan or a scammer in your inbox. It is sold in grocery stores next to candy and gum. It feels casual, feels normal, but it is not. It is a systemic transfer of wealth from the bottom to the top, from the desperate to the comfortable, from the hopeful to the powerful. And the worst part, you're volunteering to be part of it. Here's the twist. The math is cold, but the impact is personal. It is the family that cannot afford groceries because dad spent $40 chasing numbers. It is the woman delaying retirement because she played for 20 years instead of investing. It is the teenager watching their parents scratch ticket after ticket instead of saving for college. This is not about numbers. It is about lives. The next time someone says, "Hey, you never know," tell them this. Actually, you do know. The math already told you. And once you understand how ugly it is, you can finally stop feeding a system that was never meant to serve you. Stop gambling. Start calculating. Because the numbers, they only get pretty when they work for you, not against you.
Why this system wants you poor, hopeful, and distracted.
If you have ever felt like you are working hard but getting nowhere, you are not crazy. You are correct. The system is not broken. It is not inefficient. It is not trying its best. The system is working exactly as designed. And that design, it wants you poor, hopeful, and distracted, because that is how it stays alive. Let us break this down. Step 1. Keep you poor, but just comfortable enough. Modern society is built on just enough. It's just enough pay to survive, but not enough to save. It's just enough benefits to keep you quiet, but not enough to escape. It's just enough credit to feel powerful, but not enough to build real wealth. This is not a bug. It is a feature. When you are always one paycheck away from panic, you are easy to control. You will not take risks. You will not rebel. You will show up to a job you hate because you have to. That is not freedom. That is economic captivity. Step 2. Sell you hope. Like it is candy now that you are stuck, guess what the system offers? Hope, neatly packaged, mass-produced, for sale at the register. The lottery is the perfect example. It says, sure, you are broke, but maybe tomorrow. Boom, mansion. This hope is addictive. It keeps people buying, not just lottery tickets, but dreams. The dream of being discovered on social media. The dream of passive income with zero effort. The dream of one lucky break changing everything. But here's the secret. The system never wants you to actually get there. It wants you chasing, dreaming, spending, waiting. Because as long as you are chasing a fantasy, you are not building reality. Step 3. Keep you distracted forever. You might think, if the system is so bad, why do not more people do something about it? Simple. Distraction. You are surrounded by it. Endless scrolling, 24/7 entertainment, controversies that change weekly, notifications every 6 seconds. This is not just cultural noise. It is strategic sedation. Because if you are distracted, you are not thinking critically. You are not asking big questions. You're not learning how money actually works. You are not building. Instead, you are consuming. And that is exactly what the system needs. You work, you spend, you scroll, you sleep. Meanwhile, the wealth gap widens. The real players, the ones who know how the game works, are accumulating assets, while everyone else is arguing online about things that do not affect their net worth. And who benefits from this trap? Let us be very clear. The government benefits from your compliance. Corporations benefit from your spending. The financial industry benefits from your ignorance. Every part of the machine is built to extract from you without you noticing. You are not a citizen. You are a resource. And the lottery. That is just one of many tools used to keep you in the system, thinking that luck will save you, while the real players are busy making sure you never leave the game. Let us stop blaming individuals. This is not about laziness or lack of intelligence. It is about a system that trains people from childhood to follow rules, obey authority, fear failure, wait for permission. And when those people grow up and feel stuck, what do we offer them? Alcohol, sports, lotteries, shopping sprees, motivational TikToks that say, you just have to want it more. It is not a motivational problem. It is a structural one. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So what can you do? Here's the good news. Once you understand the system, you can start disconnecting from it. You cannot fix the whole machine, but you can stop being fuel for it. Start here. Track where your money goes. Awareness kills control. Stop playing games designed to make you lose. Like the lottery, learn how money actually works, not the myths, the real stuff. Build income streams that do not rely on luck or a boss. Because every dollar you keep, every skill you grow, every decision you make with intention, it weakens the system's grip on your life. And that is how freedom starts, not with a jackpot, not with a miracle, but with the moment you say, I see the game now. I am done playing by their rules. You should have hope. But hope with no plan is just financial anesthesia. The system wants you poor, hopeful, and distracted because that is how it profits. But once you wake up, take control, and stop chasing fake dreams, you become dangerous. And dangerous people build their own systems.
You are already the jackpot. but they do not want you to know.
Let us flip the script. What if everything you have been told about wealth, success, and getting lucky is upside down? What if the real jackpot is not sitting inside a shiny vending machine full of lottery tickets? What if the jackpot is you? No, this is not a motivational poster. It's a strategy. And the truth is, if the system can keep you from realizing your own power, then it can keep you paying, waiting, and hoping forever. Let us talk about why they do not want you to see your own value and how to take it back. You have something far more valuable than a winning lottery ticket. You have a functioning brain, the ability to learn, time even if it feels limited, access to information, the power to make decisions daily. These things might not sound impressive, but they are the same tools every self-made millionaire started with. And unlike lottery winnings, these do not disappear overnight. They grow. If you use them, you do not need a jackpot. You need a plan. Here is the scam. Society trains you to see yourself as a consumer, not a creator. You're told, you are bad with money. You need a miracle. Some people just get lucky. Just keep working and maybe one day. And while you sit there, doubting your worth, someone else is using your energy, your data, your labor, and your attention to build their fortune. Because as long as you believe you are not enough, you will keep spending to feel better, working for someone else's dream, playing games where you never win. They sell you hope because they already cashed in on yours. And there is the myth of the lucky few. Let us destroy this fantasy once and for all. When you hear someone won the lottery or made millions overnight, ask yourself, what is their long-term outcome? Did they keep the money? Were they already positioned for success? Most lottery winners go broke, fast. Most overnight successes spent years building behind the scenes. Luck might open a door, but if you do not know how to walk through it, it slams shut again. Fast. The real jackpot is not getting lucky, it is being prepared. It is having skills, systems, and a mindset that multiplies anything you touch. That does not come from tickets. That comes from you. Wealth is not magic. It is math and behavior. Here is the secret no one puts on billboards. $10 invested every week at 7% for 30 years equals $52,000 plus $50 a week equals $260,000 plus $100 a week equals over $500,000. That is just math. No luck, no jackpot. Now, add in compound skills. Things like learning sales, coding, investing, content creation, and suddenly your income ceiling disappears. That is what the system fears most. People who realize that wealth is not found, it is built. Look at your life. How much time do you spend working for someone else's dream? How often do you doubt your ideas, your talent, your potential? How many hours have you given to distractions while your own empire sat waiting? It is not your fault. You were trained to think this way, but it is your responsibility to stop. Because the truth is brutal and beautiful at the same time. You already have everything you need, except belief. Belief is not something you find. It is something you build, one action at a time. The system needs you blind, because you are the threat. If every person in a low-income neighborhood stopped playing the lottery and started investing $20 a month, we would see generational wealth within a decade. If people realized that building something slowly is more powerful than hoping for a quick win, then corporate profits would shrink overnight. That is why the system sells speed, luck, shortcuts, and once-in-a-lifetime chances. Because if you wake up to your own power, you stop being a customer and start being a competitor. Stop looking for the jackpot and start acting like one. You are not broken. You are not unlucky. You are not behind. You are simply distracted from your own power. The lottery wants you to think the prize is out there, but the real prize is inside your habits, your mindset, and your decisions. Every dollar you invest in yourself multiplies. Every skill you build compounds. Every lie you stop believing breaks the system's grip on your future. So next time someone asks, "Are you feeling lucky?" say this: I do not need luck. I am the jackpot.
Build your own lottery, one that pays every time.
You have spent your whole life being told to play someone else's game. Buy the ticket. Wait for the numbers. Cross your fingers. But what if you stopped playing? What if you built your own lottery? One that does not rely on luck or magic or miracles? What if the jackpot was guaranteed? Not fast, not flashy, but real. Let us talk about how to build a system that actually pays you. Not once, not maybe, but consistently, for life. First, understand the game is rigged. Unless you build your own, traditional lotteries are rigged, not in a shady, illegal way, in a legal, perfectly designed psychological trap. You pay, you wait, you lose, you repeat. It keeps you poor by giving you the illusion of hope. Building your own lottery is the opposite. It takes away the illusion and gives you control. And control is worth more than luck every single time. Rule number 1. Replace fantasy with framework. Lottery players live in fantasy mode. What if I win? What if this is the one? Atch. What if my luck changes? You must replace that with a framework, a system you follow no matter what. Here's a basic example of a personal financial system that works. 1. Pay yourself first. Before anything else, set aside a percentage of your income, even if it is just 10%. This becomes your wealth engine. 2. Emergency fund first. Then investments build a safety net, 3-6 months of expenses. Then move to investing. Not later, but now. 3. Low cost, boring investments beat the jackpot every time. Index funds, ETFs, compound interest. You do not need to pick winners. The market already does that for you over time. 4. Multiple streams of income equals stability plus freedom. Job income pays the bills. Side hustle builds skills. Investments build freedom. This is not a fantasy. This is a formula. Rule number 2. Play long games, win big. Lottery players want it now. Wealth builders play for later, and they always win bigger. Here is what playing the long game looks like. You invest 100 month for 30 years equals 120,000 to 160,000. You invest 500 month for 30 years equals 600,000 to 800,000. And if you increase those amounts over time, the numbers explode. This is not some rare jackpot. This is math. And math does not play favorites. It pays those who stay in the game. Rule number 3. Invest in yourself like you are the prize because you are. The average person spends more money on coffee, lottery tickets, fast food, and streaming subscriptions than they do on learning. But knowledge is the ultimate cheat code. Compounds faster than money. If you want to win your lottery, start here. Read one finance book per month. Take online courses in high-value skills, sales, writing, design, tech. Join communities where people are building, not just talking. Learn how to sell yourself, your ideas, your services, because your value in the market has nothing to do with what you hope for, and everything to do with what you can do. Rule number 4. Make money while you sleep, or you will work until you die. This is not just a motivational quote. It is the core rule of real wealth. Passive income is the ultimate lottery, and it can be built by what? Investments that grow over time. Digital products, courses, ebooks, templates. Rental income or dividend stocks. Content creation with long-tail monetization. The key is to stop trading time for money forever. And that starts with building assets, not gambling on luck. Rule number 5. Stop hoping. Start executing. Hope feels good. Action pays. The people who build wealth are not smarter than you. They are just more consistent, more patient, more focused. They do not wait for numbers. They create systems. They do not wish. They work. And over time, the boring work becomes a machine that prints money. And the best part, you do not need to start big. The most dangerous lie the lottery tells you is this: you have nothing now. So this is your only chance. Wrong. You can start where you are, with what you have. $10 a week. One skill. One idea. One habit. And in 5 years, you could have more than what most lottery winners lose in the same amount of time, because what you build, you keep. What you win, you usually waste. When you play the lottery, the house always wins. But when you build your own system, you become the house. And the house never hopes. It calculates. It builds. It collects. So stop playing games you were never meant to win. Start designing one where you always do, because you do not need lucky numbers. You need systems, strategy, and belief in the long game. That is how you build a lottery that pays every time. And best of all, the prize is yours, and no one can take it away.
The escape is not in luck. It is in you.
If you watched this far, something inside you already knows the truth. No one is coming to save you, not the government, not the lottery, not luck. But here's the good news. You do not need to be saved. You need to wake up. This video is not just content. It is a mirror and a map. A mirror that shows the trap you are in, and a map that shows the way out. Every step, every idea, every strategy we shared is real, simple, and accessible. If you start applying them, even in small doses, your financial reality will begin to change. Not overnight, but forever. The system wants you distracted. This video wants you dangerous. Choose wisely.